Good day, everyone. Hello and welcome. This is Propron once again, and I hope that you all doing good today as we are about to discuss about retail promotion in the Philippines. So, we are going to explore strategies to boost sales and elevate customer experience in the retail world. So, I'm your host for the day, I would say. I'm Mr. Barriga once again. And today we're diving to a topic that every retailer care about. It's promotion. How do you make them effective, profitable, and engaging? So for the next few minutes, come and join us and about to explore the global brand and local retailers alike. And I would like you to know that I'm with someone today, and as I'm going to talk about this retail promotion. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Perica. So today we are going to talk about the role of promotions in retail.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start at the top. So why are promotions so critical in today's retail landscape?
That's a great question. Promotion serves several purposes. They actually drive traffic, help clear your inventory, of course. We have your sales and create urgency. And it reinforces your brand and a value proposition. Um, Done right, they boost short-term sales and a long-term customer loyalty. So promotions actually gives life. It also makes the life of a retailer easy, and it's the best way for you to be able to, of course, reach out to your market.
Okay. So what are some common mistakes that usually retailers make when it comes with promotions?
Mm, Most of the time is over discounting. It's a big one. If you're always offering like 30, 50% off, well, customers might start waiting for the sale. So it might be difficult for you to sell it with your using your regular price because the customers are expecting you to provide sales for your product. Another is poor targeting. That's one thing that actually a common mistakes for retailers. What I mean is like instead of serving segment A, you tend to serve segment B. So it's technically about uh, defining who really your market. So if you miss it, it will technically, a chaos or probably a disaster. Sending the same promotions to everyone instead of personalizing offers based on buying behavior, it's quite dangerous. So instead of you putting up more sales, like discounts, try to make it more personalized to make it to for the customer to feel that you really mean, to provide them value when it comes to whatever they are offering.
Okay, so Mr. Berger, I'm gonna ask about the types of retail promotions.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we talk about the types of promotions and what are the most effective formats right now?
Well, sure, we can talk about it. There are actually few that stands out, when it comes to promotions. One of which is what we call the percentage discounts. Okay, simple and effective, but it's best used. Providing like discounts. If you would try going to a grocery, a supermarket, or even a department store, simple discounts offering attract customers. And if they seldom sees this, and actually when they try able to find out that there is some, then it will create what we call this curiosity, and it even change, it even change the behavior of the customer. But it's simple discounts. Another one, the buy one get one or buy one take one, or somehow called the BOGO, the buy one get one options. It's actually great for moving your inventory. So that's one also one of the few that stands out when it comes to promotions. Another one, bundling. And this is most common in the Philippines. We talk about bundling, see products bundled to another products, or trying to entice customers of thinking that your brand is offering more than its value. So it encourages actually larger purchases by grouping complementary items. So somehow this bundles actually creates, or ignites interest, and it even try to change, the behavior of the customer. And there's one last one. It's the loyalty rewards. No, I'll talk about loyalty rewards. Actually, it's a perfect for repeat customers. You provide incentives to those customers, to those buyers that actually loyal to your brand. So you can give them some loyalty. Actually, those cards like Smack Card, even Jollibee and other businesses who offer like a reward cards or loyalty cards, it's actually a good thing because instead of going somewhere when you think that you have a card that would provide you some incentives, then probably you might like decide no to I in it instead of going somewhere, you might decide like going to a store where you have your discount card. And wait a minute, don't forget also some limited time offers. No, they create urgency as well. Like like offers like for actually it's not just SM, but a lot of businesses trying to talk about sale of like from this time, this day to this date. So it's like or providing some go hurry for some limited offers. So this is also one effective way or one of the few that stands out in the market.
So, Mr. Barriga, are the in-stores promotions
Mhm.
are still effective in an online heavy world?
Absolutely. It's still, especially in the Philippines, wherein customers love going to the store directly. That's why we have so many big malls, here in the Philippines, as compared to other countries. Because we Filipinos really love, going directly to the physical store. Though the online businesses nowadays is also like working, it's booming, and especially during pandemic and after pandemic. But I would say based on what I've seen, it's like in-store promotion still effective because as I mentioned, we Filipinos love going outside. And this in-store promotions like flash sales, giveaways, or some exclusive products actually. So this can drive foot traffic actually, and engagement with your customer, especially when supported by, of course, the digital channels like probably Facebook, YouTube, or any like social media wherein customers could actually see promotional items or products, inside your well, either it's a department stores or groceries. So definitely, yes, it is. It's still effective. You could start with a clear goal, I would say. Deciding to go into a promotional campaign, you should understand what's the goal. That's very important. So that you will be able to clearly define and clearly understand what is really needed. Because giving a promotion is not just giving a promotion. There's always, as I mentioned earlier, there's always a purpose. So start with a clear goal. Do you want to increase uh, foot traffic? Would you like to clear your inventory or grow average order value? So you have to clearly define it. Then after that, select the target audience. So promotional materials or promotional activities done by the customers, done by the businesses. As I mentioned, it's not just need to do it. So you have to understand for which this promotions goes. So it's like personalizing it. Now, if it's for this segment, then develop as a promotions for this segment. And if there is a different way of providing also for a different segment, then you can provide with a different segment. It's actually simple says when you try go to McDonald's or Jollibee or some fast food chain or any other businesses. When you guide there, they have so many offerings. Have the Mercado meal on solo and the combinations of the product because the reason for that segments that goes in and outside your store is technically have different needs. They might be looking for also a different value. So it's very critical, you know, that aside from you have a clear goal, you have to select the right target, you know, for the promotions. Then choose your channel. That's another thing. You know, when you try to design for a promotional item, you have to choose your channel. So either social media, in stores, or you have to understand how you're gonna do this. Understand your audience. If the target audience stays more in the social media, then use the channel. If the market is love going, you know, directly to the stores, then do an in-store promotions and time it well. Timing is very important. You know. So timing in terms of when were you going to do it, it's very important because it's not all the time that customers really, you know, that you create promotions because it will technically remove the what we call this the interest, and it even, you know, the jive. I mean the what we call this the interest and the what we call this the eagerness, no, of the customers may uh be lost, no, especially if it's not timed well. So consider the seasons, the holidays, and even the competitor behavior. So you just have to look into that. When the competitor does something, then you might need to do something. So this thing, and of course, track your KPI. Every time there's a promotion, track your KPI, especially in terms of conversion rate. You know, the sales that is being created on that promotions and conversion rate. I mean, does it change the number of your sales? Does promotions able you to get new customers or something like that? So it's very important for you to be able to understand what to do next or what to adjust if in case that it's not working well. Um, that's actually essential. Okay? It's actually essential. As I've mentioned, tracking your KPI makes you understand if there is something wrong or if there's something you need to adjust or if the promotional activity works well, actually. So it's essential. So look what at work, what really worked, what didn't work, and why. You know, because it's as I mentioned, it makes you adjust something analyzing sales data, but of course also make use of customers' feedback and behavior towards the promotion. The insights that they provide, you know, will technically shape your next campaign. So analyzing the doing a post promotion analysis will give you a chance to do more, to improve more, you know, to make it better, you know, especially when you are trying to shape for your next promotional campaign.
So, what are some current trends when
Mm.
it comes to retail promotions?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, personalization is big, especially nowadays. In the Filipinos, try to love in terms of emotions. So when you try to offer some personalized thing to customers, they feel like they are part of your business. They are part of your day-to-day operations. Think like an AI-driven product recommendation and some tailored discounts. Actually, in AI nowadays is actually very helpful. It's not that you have to just use it, but use it responsibly. It can help you actually drive more, you know, ideas, something like that. Also, a gamified promotions. It's very actually what we call this widespread nowadays. Do promotions in the terms of in a context of a game, something like that. Actually, sometimes I'm thinking about, you know, those kids nowadays, or you know, not just kids, but the new generations love, doing online games. You can actually uh, try to partner with these online games and insert your promotions in the middle of the game. So it's like every time that the gamer or the one who play the game able to achieve something, then you have to provide. You're trying to partner with this game developer, and every achievements of the player, you give some, something, especially if the gamer is technically they're into technical thing, so they're into more on the technical world. So you can actually provide something like that, during the game. You can actually give them some incentives when they reach something, uh, then posturing your product there. And technically social media, we do not have to we should not underestimate social commerce now. Promotions tied with like Instagram, TikTok nowadays, you're very familiar with it, especially at your age, so content can go viral. And then there's a lot already, probably you have experience. I've seen a lot of those bloggers, content creator, who try to establish some hype, and drive customers to go to the place. So yeah, we don't have to underestimate social media.
So, Mr. Barriga, where do you see promotions heading in the next 5 years?
Oh, well, I see a tighter integration between online and an offline channel. We call it hybrid, actually. Um, True enough, the omni-channel promotions, that. So the integration of online and offline channels in the next 5 years, in the next 2 3 years, technically will be there. Also, promotions driven by real-time data, and customer behavior in the moment, not just for static campaigns. So that's what I'm actually seeing in the next 3 5 years.
Okay, Mr. Barriga, well, this has been a fantastic discussion. And before we go, what's what's your one piece of advice you'd give to retailers planning their next big promotion?
Um, there's always been a big question. Always think from the perspective of your customer. That's very important. That as retailer, in every steps that we are going to do, we have to look at the customer's perspective. Because it will be, we can include our, own insights on our understanding experience. But at the end of the day, it's all about customers. Ask, what value can you deliver? What value are you delivering? You can ask yourself. Um, Personalizing it in a specific segment, it gives you more chance of providing a personalized value. If your promotions makes the customers feel like they're writing, you're doing it right, or you're winning it, if they feel it that way, well, definitely win the market. So again, always think about your customer's perspective. All right. Thank you also. And once again, have a good day. And I hope that you're able to gain some insights and information, so valuable thing about promotions. And I hope that I was able to give justice to all of your questions. So feel free to ask questions if you have any. And if you have any question, you can just also write down at the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer whatever queries you have. Okay, once again, this is Ropron. Have a good day. Keep safe. Keep going, everyone.